Well, this week we had a representation, an envoy visiting the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and that's from the Kingdom of Netherlands. The Kingdom of Netherlands is Nigeria's fourth largest trading partner and third biggest investor in the country. Ambassador Robert Petrie reiterated this position during his first visit to the Nigerian Stock Exchange in Lagos. And in an interview with him, he explains how Netherlands plans to support Nigeria's agriculture reforms. Let's listen.
I thought it is important to visit the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I think economically Nigeria is a very important country. There's a lot of economic activity, and of course you have to know what goes on in the Nigerian Stock Exchange to get a good impression of the economic activities that are taking place here in Nigeria. I think Nigeria is an important country. It's huge, so it's an economic powerhouse, as a matter of fact. And if it goes well in Nigeria economically, it goes well in the rest of Africa. So it's very important. And of course the Nigerian Stock Exchange plays an important role. If more companies are at the stock exchange, then that attracts capital of pension funds and also private investors, and it generates economic activity. And as we all know, that's needed to create more jobs, employment, and that's important. And that's why I'm here, to see how that functions. And I discussed also with the Chief Executive Officer what we could do in furthering our collaboration in this field. Yes.
So do you have any exciting news for the Nigerian capital market, the private sector, as well as the public sector generally?
We are very much engaged in this country, the Netherlands. We are the third largest investor here and the fourth largest trading partner with Nigeria. We would like to step up our cooperation, and I'm here to see what we actually could do, also with the stock exchange. And I think there are opportunities to more deepen our collaboration, particularly in the field of agriculture. As I said, agriculture is a priority for the Nigerian government. We are basically in the Netherlands an agricultural country. The agriculture is the backbone of every economy everywhere. And I think maybe the agricultural sector has been neglected a little bit because of the oil. But I think there is interest now to look again, take a closer look at the agricultural sector, and we are willing to be part in that. We have expertise to offer. We actually are already helping, are working together with Nigeria in two areas, actually with cashew nuts and sesame oil to improve quality. And this is being done through a center for the import of other countries, the CBI thing, and this is working very well. And we would like to step up that cooperation also. But I think there are many opportunities here. We have been long-standing partners of Nigeria economically. There are big Dutch companies that are active here for 40, 50 years. Unilever, Nigerian breweries, which is actually also Heineken, and they're doing good business here, and that can be
pay out a lot of dividends.
Yeah, they do, and it goes very well, and they also help in creating employment here in Nigeria. They also use local inputs, like for the company like Nigerian breweries also uses sorghum that's being cultivated here. So it's a win-win situation, and I think the private sector is so incredibly important in furthering stability in the country and economic prosperity. That's where the value added has to come from. It's the private sector. And I admire the private sector, and I think we should value it properly, because they earn the income for the whole country. So we have to see what we can do more, because this is the backbone of the economy and of the country as a whole.
That's Ambassador Petri representing the Kingdom of Netherlands in Nigeria. Before we go on a short break, let's look at some of the events that we should be watching out for next week. The National Bureau of Statistics is built to release Nigeria's fourth quarter 2017 GDP data, as well as the full year 2017 GDP data. A lot of predictions have gone out there from analysts left, right, and center, predicting 1.47% for the fourth quarter growth and more than 1% for a little less than 1% actually for the full year 2017 GDP data. And like you all know, December 31st of last year was when the Securities and Exchange Commission pegged for the expiration of the free registration for electronic dividends. Now, on the 1st or 2nd of January this year, recall that the acting Director General of that regulator came up with an extension till 28th of February. So this is a reminder that the free e-dividend registration closes on Wednesday, 28th of February. So if you're yet to register, you need to do that, because this is mainly the earnings season, and as earnings trickle in from next week again, a lot of dividends and bonuses should be declared. And if probably you don't have your e-dividend registration with your registrars, it could be a problem, because you might have to pay 150 naira. So after this short break, we'll come back with some understanding of the corporate governance rating index of the Nigerian stock exchanges presented by the chief himself.